Welcome to Easy English. In today's video, we are going to study 8 tips to improve English language. Of course, in the 21st century, having a good command over English language will give you an upper hand over others. And everyone tries hard to improve English language at every possible way. The first one is focus on fluency, not grammar. The learners of English language wrongly start studying English language by starting with grammar. That, of course, will not help you a lot in improving English language fluency. So focus on the fluency, not grammar. The thing is, if you focus on grammar a lot, even in the very beginning of learning English language, that will draw you back from speaking English language confidently. So you will never become confident of speaking English language when you start learning English through grammar. Of course, you have to study grammar, but always begin with sentences, short sentences. Better you start reading books, short stories, or books for children, so that you can get the syntax of English language even without your conscious efforts. So that will be fine, and so that you will use English language easily everywhere without conscious thinking. On the contrary, if you start with grammar, you will be very conscious while speaking, so that fluency will not come to you. So focus on fluency, not grammar. Once you make mistakes, don't worry, next time you will improve it. So focus on fluency, not grammar. Remember one thing, we have to study grammar, but that is later. Second thing, learn sentences, not only words. That is, some students have the tendencies to study words individually. That's a false idea to start learning English language. So never start with words. Start with sentences. So when you study a language here, English language, by studying individual words, you will not be able to use these words accurately in sentences properly. So learn sentences or learn phrases so that you will know how to use them in the right context. That is very important in learning a language. When you learn a new word, learn how to use it in a sentence immediately. Memorize how to use it and not just its meaning. You will find words easier to remember if you try to remember an example sentence using that word. If you learn words checking in a dictionary, it's very difficult because it's very difficult to commit to memory new words unless you study the sentences. Okay, so start learning sentences, not individual words, and listen and read every. The third one is use technology. So we are living in the 21st century, so the technology plays a vital role in determining the capacity of people. So you can use smartphones, you can use computers, laptops, tabs to watch YouTube videos, or using apps or some social media, or through songs or movies. Okay, you can learn English language. A smartphone can be a powerful tool for learning languages. Use it to record yourself speaking, then listen back to see how your English sounds to others or other people. So here, if you adamant to read only books, it's very difficult for you because sometimes you do not read books. Sometimes it's very difficult for you to carry books to wherever you go, but a smartphone is a great substitute for that. You can carry it anywhere you go, and you can use any app here, English learning app, or you can watch English videos on YouTube, or you can listen to songs, or you can watch some movies that will improve your English language. So make use of technology to enhance English language learning. And the fourth one is practice the 4 core skills of learning a language. Here, LSRW, L stands for listening, S stands for speaking, then R stands for reading, and W stands for writing. So LSRW, listening, reading, speaking, and writing. they all need to be worked on for you to improve. So all these 4 skills are very important, and you master them. Then only you can claim that you have mastered, you have studied, or you have learned a language. And you can read children's books. That's a good idea here. You start with good books. Children's books, that's a great idea. If you are not using a smartphone always, or if you find it difficult, you can start with reading children's books. That's a great idea, so that you can read and you can commit to memory the ideas, core sentences, grammar patterns and vocabulary, everything. And read newspapers, so that you can get the current affairs, and you can improve your language, your vocabulary, sentence structure, everything. And you can read magazines also. The 5th one is talk to yourself. So anyway, you need a partner to improve English language, because you have to speak it out. Okay, so if you don't have a partner, a good partner who doesn't mock you when you make an error, if you don't have a partner, don't worry, just go to the mirror and talk to the mirror. That is, talk to yourself. So whenever you are at home or alone somewhere else, you can practice your English with favorite person, that is yourself. So talk to you. Okay, if you are already thinking English, try speaking your thoughts out loud. So some students or some English language learners, they find it very difficult to think in English. So let them practice that we will discuss later. Thinking in English, then talk to themselves. Let them talk to themselves. If you are a learner, talk to yourself. You are the best companion of yourself, so talk to yourself. So go before the mirror. If you don't need it, okay, leave it. Then talk to yourself when you are alone. So many people have claimed that they learned English language and they have learned how to speak English language confidently by talking to themselves. So try this method. And 6th one is to think in English. So you have to think in English. It's very difficult to think in your mother language and convert the ideas into English language. Always is not possible. That will of course affect your fluency. So try to think in English language. So surround yourself in English. So that's how you have to think in English. Surround yourself in English. That is, just create an artificial English speaking environment. Put yourself in an all English speaking environment where you can learn passively. Narrate your day is another technique. That is, when it's night, you just narrate what has happened the day. Right from the beginning, right from the morning, you can think what has happened in your life. So just recollect the memories and talk to yourself. So go to a private room and talk to yourself what has happened that day. So that's how you can improve thinking in English, so that you need not translate things to English language. So try to think in English. 7th one, try some tongue twisters. Of course, that's not funny. Trying tongue twisters. We think that it's for children. No, of course, trying some tongue twisters will help you improving your pronunciation here. So tongue twisters are a series of words that are difficult to say quickly. So one example is given below. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. So it's a simple one. Some difficult ones are there. So here the consonants cluster sk gets mastered. You can learn, you can master the consonant cluster sk here. I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. So by practicing this kind of tongue twisters, of course that will help you improve English language. So try this. Sometimes you can find patterns in English grammar, but other times English doesn't make sense at all. Unfortunately, there are just as many exceptions as there are rules in English language. So in fact, there is no shortcut to master English language. There are of course shortcuts to study some patterns of sentences in English language, but to master English language, unfortunately there is no shortcut. So learn everything. So this is not your fault. When you find a difficulty in English language or English language grammar, that's not your fault, remember. So that's a fault of English language. Okay, so don't worry. So go ahead with confidence and learn English language and enjoy learning English language. All the best. Thank you. Subscribe my channel Easy English and click on the bell icon to receive more useful English videos notifications, and share this video to your friends.